One of the biggest challenges that any business faces is how do we connect with the right people for our product or our service? And this is one of the reasons that it's really great that we have something like BNI, that we have the Corvallis Business Network, is because it gives us a perfect opportunity to be connected with the right people for our products and our services. So the question that we're going to address in this presentation is what can you do to make sure that the people in the group have the right tools that they need in order to connect you with those people. Like if you look at this picture here, there's a lot of people in here. Maybe it's somebody who could use your product or service, but it's all blurry. And so for the people in the chapter who want to help you, this is kind of what they're looking at. They know a lot of people, but you need to help to bring into focus which one of these people could use exactly what it is that you have to offer. Okay, so let's start with a hypothetical situation. Let's say that I have a business where I am sewing. Like I'm fixing ripped stuff, I'm doing some custom sewing, making things, and we're sitting down having a one-to-one, and you find out that one of the reasons I got into this is that I'm really passionate about goldfish rescue. I want to support a charity that rescues goldfish that are flushed down the toilet by families, and we save these goldfish from the sewer, and I'm just ecstatic about it. And so I'm telling you all about this, and I'm hoping that you can refer me some business so that I can support this goldfish rescue project. Now, you are thinking about this, and you can't really get excited about going out and telling people, "Hey, go have Jason sell you some stuff because he wants to rescue goldfish." It just doesn't make sense. And so, you ask me, "All right, so what kind of people are you looking for specifically?" And I mentioned, "Well, I do a lot with military folks, right?" So. Now you're picturing maybe like this group of cadets, right? And but you need more information because, like, if you were looking at this group of people, are you really going to go and talk to all these people about having me sew something for them or about the fact that I like to save goldfish? No. And so you ask, well, could you be more specific in terms of what type of military person you're looking for? And so I tell you that I'm really interested in military people that wear interesting headwear. So if you're looking at this picture, now you have donkey hat guy, you have beret guy, you have white hat guy up at the top, and then you have kind of the light olive colored beanie guy over on the left. And so now thinking about this, you're thinking, can I really get excited about talking to all four of these people about goldfish rescue and sewing stuff? And so then you asked me to be a little more specific. And so I tell you that what I really specialize in is actually sewing beanies. And so now we've got it down to one guy. And so could you go and identify somebody who maybe just had a beanie, right? Absolutely. So if you're looking for a military guy with a light colored beanie, he stands out in the crowd, and that would be a good referral for me. You know exactly what I'm looking for. It's kind of like if, let's say we were going to do a magic trick, okay? And I said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to choose a card, any card. You've probably seen a trick that starts like that. And then what happens is you choose a card, and I turn the deck over and say, "Are all of these your card, or one of these your card?" That's not a very good trick, right? That's not magic at all. Magic is when I can find the one card that is yours, and that is what we're looking for here. If you want magic to happen for you in BNI, you have to get this specific and point out the one single card that people are looking for so that they can make some magic happen for you. So what we're talking about here in BNI is called finding the lowest common denominator. Now, if you went to the member success that we're all required to go to whenever you start your BNI membership, you probably remember this concept, lowest common denominator not liquid crystal display. And here's how it kind of works. So you have this sort of Venn diagram where in this yellow circle, there is everybody that you know, right? And so, if we go back to my sewing example, and if I stand up and say, I'm looking for people who wear clothes, well, that's literally everybody, right? There's maybe like one or two people that live in some obscure place that I might know that don't wear clothes, but it's everybody. And realistically, I'm not expecting you to go out and talk to everybody that you know, and I know that you're not going to do that. And so now I try and narrow it down. People who what? So I try and kind of narrow it down a little bit, and they do what? And then I'm able to kind of come to the point where it's like, yes, this is exactly the person I'm looking for. Why do I have these pencils on the screen? Well, when you get up and you say like, my service is for everybody, or everybody can use my product, while that might be accurate, it's like giving people an unsharpened pencil. Technically you've given them an object, but they can't use it to write because it has no point. And so the sharper you can make that point when you narrow it down to your lowest common denominator, the better tool you're giving people to go out and be part of your sales force. So in other words, what are you putting in my hands that I can then go out and find you somebody to do business with? So the big question is, when you get up and you're doing your weekly presentation, or you're trying to figure out, how am I going to let people know what I want? How do you know, or how do I know what to ask for? So here's a few tips on that. So when we're thinking about the answer to this, it's helpful to consider Las Vegas. So when you think Las Vegas, of course, you're thinking casinos. Now, casinos are money-making machines. They have the art of getting cash out of people tuned into a fine science. And really, there's a couple type of people that they're looking for. For one, if you've ever been into a casino, you have probably seen dozens and dozens of these machines. They're slot machines. Slot machines are put into casinos all over the place to cater to a specific type of customer. And this is a customer that's going to make a large number of small transactions. So you will have somebody come into a casino. They will park themselves in front of a slot machine for hours making bets that are anywhere from there's quarter slots, dime slots, nickel slots, even penny slots. And they will make thousands and thousands of these transactions, and over time it all adds up. And so casinos make a lot of money off of this, and so they put them everywhere. In fact, if you fly into Las Vegas airport, you get off of the airplane, you're walking through the terminal, you'll walk past maybe a dozen slot machines in the airport. The other type of customer, or the other type of target that a casino has, is actually one that probably you might not even see in the casino because they're so exclusive, and that is the high roller, or sometimes casinos will call them whales. These are people who come to casinos and they are dropping huge bets, probably bigger than your house payment, bigger than your car payment, maybe even bigger than your monthly paycheck or your annual paycheck. So these high rollers bring in a lot of money to casinos too. And they're so valuable to a casino's business that they often get things comped for them, like they get a free room, maybe they'll get free rides, they get free food, free drinks, and things like that, because their business is so valuable to the casino. Now, trust me, casinos don't lose money. They stay in business, and it's because everything about a casino is so fine-tuned to these two groups of people, the small transactions that they get over and over, and the small number of people that make large transactions. And so let's look at how this can affect the types of presentations and the types of people that you're seeking whenever you do your BNI weekly presentation. So when you're thinking about this, here's a few questions that you can ask yourself to identify maybe some of your more slots-like asks that you can have, those types of people that you're looking for, or maybe some of your whales. So, for example, what's somebody who is a really easy transaction for you? Like they're easy to work with. You could take care of them in your sleep. You could see 1,000 of them in a day, right? Or what is somebody that you're really passionate that you're really passionate about helping? Like maybe it's a certain type of person, or maybe somebody that you've had a lot of satisfaction dealing with. Maybe it's the type of customer that you got into the field that you're in for, because you wanted to solve that particular person's problem. If you look at your business, you might be looking at areas where you're looking to grow or expand. Maybe there's a hole in the market and you're looking to fill that. Or maybe you're having trouble competing with a competitor and you want to grow your business that way. This is a great way that your BNI chapter can help you out, because we can help you to grow in specific ways that you want. Maybe it's a new product or service that you have that you're trying to take and make profitable. If you only have the right people, we can help you to find those people if you can identify them for us. You're also looking for, like, what's a high volume transaction. So either this is somebody who is going to be doing a lot of small transactions, like a slot machine, or maybe fewer transactions but a high volume of product. Um, Maybe you're looking for somebody who has a specific problem that your business has a unique solution to. So maybe you have a patented formula, or maybe you have some sort of proprietary process that makes it so that other people can't compete with you, and you're able to solve a very specific problem, and so you're looking for a very specific person. That's a great thing to tell us about, because we can help you to find that individual. And then you're also maybe wanting to think about what's your most profitable type of customer that you have. Either that you're able to provide a service or a product that has a low cost to you that you can sell at a premium, or maybe it's something that has a high cost to you and it takes a lot of energy, but if you could do like one or two or three of these transactions in a year, it can net you a large amount of profit. So these are the different kinds of things that you can be thinking of in terms of what kinds of customers are you trying to get. If you listen to the latest BNI podcast, it's talking about how you never know who the people in your chapter know. And so if you're thinking, well, there's no way that anybody can connect me with this kind of person, you would be surprised at who the people in the room know and might be able to connect you with. And so finally, you could think of what you're asking for as being like a puzzle, right? Whenever you're getting up and doing a weekly presentation, it's best to talk about the people that you're trying to service, or the people that you're trying to provide a product for, rather than talking about you. And what I mean is that if you focus on the problem out there, that's really what we're looking for when we're out there trying to figure out a referral. We want to know, what do we need to listen for? What is the pain or the difficulty or the problem that a person is going through that would make us think to connect them with you? So, like, for example, if you are a dentist, you're going to teach me how to listen for people who have tooth pain, right? That's an easy one. Or if you are selling cars, then you might tell me to look for somebody who has recently been in a car accident, because they would need to replace their car. And so focus on the needs of the people that you want us to refer to you, because based on what those people need, that's what the conversation is going to be about. So if you spend a lot of time in your weekly presentation talking about you and what you do and how you're special and everything, that's great, but it doesn't tell me, when I go out into the real world and I'm listening for people, it doesn't tell me who you want to see. It just tells me about you. And that's good information too. And from time to time, that's what we need to hear, but always in the context of how you can help other people. Because then what we can do is we can take that puzzle piece to people and we can deliver it to them, or we can tell them, hey, I see what's missing for you, and I know where you can get that missing piece. You just need to talk to my friend, and then that's how good, effective referrals can happen. So in conclusion, if you've been thinking about how you can get more referrals and better referrals for your business, really spend some time thinking about the tools that you're giving us. Are you giving us a dull pencil or are you giving us a sharp pencil? How specific are you being with your requests? And how strategic are you being about who you're asking for? And are you being focused on the problems that we need to listen for, or are you just talking about your products and services and what you do? The more that you can help us be focused and bring into focus the type of people that we look for, the more we can help you to grow your business. Remember that in a BNI chapter, you're in a room full of people that are eager to help you out. We want to give you referrals, and so you have to just put us in a position where we can be successful. To learn more specifics about this, I want to recommend podcast number 471 and podcast number 221. Both are about 10 minutes long. You can go to BNI Podcast and listen to those, or bnipodcast.com and listen to those, and they should be a great help. So hopefully this has been helpful for you, and good luck with your weekly presentations and your one-to-ones, helping to bring people into focus that we can refer to you.